Vatos and Vendettas, The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 4. Dawn breaks over the makeshift camp nestled in the woods outside Atlanta, but the stillness is fragile. The episode begins with a breath of calm, people gathering water, sharing stories, clinging to routine like a lifeline. But peace in this world is a house of cards, and it doesn't take much for the winds of chaos to blow it all down. While Rick, Glenn, T-Dog, and Daryl head back into the city to rescue Merle and recover a stash of dropped guns, back at camp, unspoken tensions fester in the shadows. In Atlanta, the streets remain treacherous, riddled with the dead and the desperation of the living. When the group reaches the rooftop, Merle is gone. His hand, severed at the wrist, is all that remains, chained to the pipe. Blood smeared on the wall tells a tale of defiance, pain, and pure survival instinct. Daryl's rage boils over, teetering on the edge of control, but Rick reins him in. The group scours the building, following the grisly trail of blood like breadcrumbs. Downstairs, a freshly killed walker suggests Merle didn't just crawl, he fought his way out. Their mission then shifts, recover the guns Rick dropped when he first escaped the tank. But the streets have changed. They're quieter, deadlier. Just as Rick scoops up the bag, another group of survivors, young, armed, and desperate, descends on them. A scuffle breaks out and Glenn is taken hostage. The tension mounts quickly. Both sides are playing a dangerous game of brinkmanship, fueled by mistrust and the ever-looming threat of the walkers. Back at the camp, the mood is more subdued, but unease crackles in the air. Lori scolds Carl, Shane plays father figure, and Andrea and Amy reminisce over childhood memories, the calm before the storm. Each character is clinging to fragments of normalcy, hoping that playing house will somehow keep the monsters at bay. But even here, in this sliver of sanctuary, survival demands compromise. Shane's facade of control begins to show cracks, his grip slipping as guilt and jealousy tug at his conscience. In Atlanta, the standoff escalates. Rick, never one to bluff, pushes for a trade. The group tracks the other survivors to a rundown nursing home, only to discover a shocking twist. This gang isn't what they seemed. They're protectors, not predators. Former orderlies, now caring for abandoned patients too old and frail to fend for themselves. This revelation turns enemies into reluctant allies. Rick offers them some of the guns, a rare gesture of trust in a world that's forgotten how to give. They return to the rooftop, but Merle's trail has gone cold. The bag of guns recovered, the rescue incomplete. Something unspoken weighs on Rick. He's learning that in this world, doing the right thing can backfire, that good intentions can pave the road to ruin. As the group makes their way back to camp, each of them is quieter, the weight of their choices hanging heavy in the air. Night falls over the camp, bringing with it a terrible reckoning. Just as laughter erupts around the campfire, death crashes the party. Walkers breach the perimeter in a frenzied assault. The attack is swift, brutal, and devastating. Amy, sweet and innocent, is bitten. Ed is torn apart. The survivors barely have time to react, let alone fight back. The camp is drenched in blood and screams, the firelight casting grotesque shadows as panic grips the group. The chaos leaves everyone reeling. Andrea cradles her dying sister in shock, unwilling to let go. The illusion of safety is shattered. Nowhere is safe. As the camera lingers on the blood-soaked ground and the stunned faces of the survivors, one truth becomes painfully clear. The dead aren't the only threat. Grief, vengeance, fear, they're just as dangerous. And from this moment on, no one walks away unchanged. The episode closes with a quiet, devastating image. Sunrise over a camp forever altered. Innocence buried beneath a veil of silence. The group has been pushed to the edge, and it's only the beginning.